What's going on with my mic?
Yes, it's up. So look for me, and then if you look at my page, you'll see the link there, and you can look at it. And yes, I'm actually staring at me myself, so it's okay. Yeah, so this is what, so you're looking at my character for my main for the PlayStation. I've been playing this from day one on this tune. Um, just like I was playing Strike from day one on the PC side, which is crazy. This is oh, you can hear me. That's crazy. No, because my headset is actually on the floor. So my headset for my PlayStation is on the floor. Um, so yeah, this is my little humble base. I don't really have much in here, but I do have slot machines. Um, so I'm gonna start by looking at our base setup. So I'll go to league management. So I tend to update the league message of the day, not every day, but pretty much anytime there's new information. So when I'm in my league, I actually put all of the information up that I know what's going on. So if we're on cap, I tell everybody we're on cap. When there's announcements like Crossplay or Xbox Live or any of that stuff, I put that up. I also put up stupid little facts, and it kind of keeps the guys engaged. As you can see, we have about 182 members. Now, I'd say about 40% of those characters are olds, and about 20% of those characters are guys that only log in occasionally. Right? But now, actually, go back into that for a second. Sorry. All right, these are the guys that are on right now, so you can kind of see where they all are. They're all kind of doing their thing. Um, see, Obi-Wan Jacoby, by the way, is an awesome DPS. He also really understands the mechanics of pretty much every power. So he's kind of like my guru. Between him and there's another guy called Raging Cole, or It's Cole. He's in our league. Those are the guys that I go to get all of the information about how the mechanics of the game work, because that's all they ever do. So, so yeah, you can kind of see here how we have all these guys in here. Yeah, just a ton of people. So, and like I said, I did a purge not that long ago. So there's only a handful of people that have not logged in the last handful of months. And most of those people, I know what their status is, because we communicate through Facebook, we communicate through PSN, so people are always telling me what they're doing. So by and large, I kind of know where everybody is, and therefore, I tell everybody you guys should log in every once in a while, but if you can't, let me know, and that way I keep you on the roster. Because if you haven't logged in the better part of 6 months, odds are you're not going to log in, and I'm going to cut you. So, so that's the league roster, and I'll go to the page because I can. So, really original name, as you can see. that's the thing that you'll notice about the PlayStation people. They take maybe a little longer to load in. No, actually, we take just a little longer to load in, but I think that's just the lag between the two networks because you guys are talking. Well, you're on the PC side, you're talking directly to the Daybreak servers, whereas when you're on PlayStation, you're talking to PlayStation and then talking to the server. So there's a little bit of a lag. You can see, we kind of throw a lot of garbage into our stuff, but we have a bad computer in our base. There. All right, so I'm gonna go. So as you can see, we have all of our proficiencies turned on. We keep them turned on. Um, what I found out, it was funny because they published that. You saw that thing I put up on our Facebook page, right? That big document that kind of tells you how many people are playing and all that stuff. Yeah. Did you know only 3% of those people actually have proficiencies turned on? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Only 4% of all leagues actually have a base, and then out of that, it's like only. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's crazy, and and then there's all these guys that say, "Well, I just want to be a lone wolf," but they don't realize how much they're missing in terms of stats and stuff. So yeah, we have a lot of really good guys in our league, a lot of really good ladies in our league too. There's about 4 or 5 girls that are playing in our league right now. We're trying to get more. It doesn't happen though. And then there's a lot of associated leagues that we run with. So there's like because I've been in this game for so long, there's guys that have left our league and started other leagues that have grown. So yeah, it's kind of funny. I kind of have this tree going on where I can go, okay, you know, the aristocrats were part of us. Um, Onyx Rain, part of us. I can go House of L, part of us. There's a bunch of PlayStation leagues that you'll see when the game comes over that used to be part of our league. The guys that founded those leagues used to be part of this league. So it's a really cool thing. But for the most part, the game is very much the same. Nothing is different. Nothing is different in terms of going to the watchtower and all that stuff. But we have. Oh yeah, I may as well show you. So we have, and when you look at our currency tab, we have what they call loyalty points. Now you guys get Daybreak Cash, so you never see that. The loyalty points you never see. So what I'm going to do is show you how. So when we go to the marketplace, the loyalty points don't count. We can't use loyalty points in the marketplace, so we can't go here and buy stuff because the marketplace cash is different for us. So instead, what they did was they put kiosks in the police stations where we can spend loyalty points. But they put them in a place where you guys probably don't even notice them because nothing ever happens. You see this right here, and you see the little dollar sign, the little vendor thing over it. What's that? Yeah, yeah. So now I have loyalty points, and I can spend my loyalty points on all this stuff. Yeah. So that's how we get our marketplace cash. So when we talk about spending loyalty points or legends points, that's what we mean. So you you'll hear lots of different stuff. Like I said, you'll hear lots of different stuff um, that we say that may or may not make any sense because you're not seeing it. Now I'm giving you an insight so you can kind of get a headspace on what we say. So there's certain terminologies that the PlayStation people will use that make no sense. LFG is already a hot mess, so I tend to keep it on its own channel. But LFG is always busy, so even if you're on and nobody's running anything, you could pretty much find what you need. Yeah, and this is always nonstop. It's funny, so all these guys that are showing up on my friend list here are people that used to be in my league, but left on good terms. They didn't screw this place or steal stuff or anything like that. They just basically said, I want to go do my own thing, and I'm like, okay, do your own thing. So all of that said, did you have any questions on your side? Yeah. Right. And that's the thing, is that we'll be able to maintain our legacies and our histories by doing it this way. And that was the thing I thought was most important. I was trying to, and it was funny when they first started talking about it, I started thinking about that. And I was like, yeah, it'd be cool if we merge. And I thought about it and said, no, that wouldn't be cool if we merged because somebody's history would end. No. Well, yeah. Well, it's actually funny. So, like, with ICOD, I became default leader. So this league was formed by two other guys who are no longer here. And just before the Sony hack happened, they made me leader because they were both taking time off from the game, real life stuff. And that was like in March of 2011. And they said, we'll be gone for maybe a couple of weeks, and then one of us will come back and you can give me leadership back. And I'm like, fine. And then the hack happened, and everything went down for like 30 days. And then when they came back, when everything came back up and they started playing the game again, these guys never came back, and I was the leader. You know, well, no, I was like, I'm just holding the spot till somebody comes back, and nobody ever came back. So I've been the default leader ever since because nobody else wanted the gig. No. That was the funny thing, is that, unlike Boundless, where there were other guys that were like, I might want to have that position, or I might want this position. On this side, nobody wanted the position. No, Rob, you got it. It's all on you. what wound up happening is that I'm like the leader, but I have like guys that I appoint deputies and senior deputies to help manage the league. So basically, when they come in, they have the ability to buy proficiencies when I'm not on. They have the ability to give people rank changes, but they don't have the ability to kick somebody out. They have pretty much every other thing that they need to do to manage the league. The one thing they cannot do is kick somebody out. Only I have that ability. And that way we don't wind up having unnecessary drama. So if something does blow up, everybody knows they can reach me either by PlayStation Network or by Facebook or whatever they need to do to reach me. Some people have my phone number. They can just send me text messages. As long as I know what's going on, I can respond to it. But yeah, our management is pretty loose. I mean, everybody's pretty. Well, the other thing I tell everybody is that I think that we have maybe one, two people below the age of 18 in our league. Are you there? Feisty? Oh. Actually, it's funny. So I treat them like grown-ups. I tell them, I have a certain level of expectation. I mean, I understand. I'm going to let you be 14 or 15 years old because we have two 14-years old. But at some point, people are serious. People here are serious about playing the game and not moving off. And if you're going to be here, that's what we expect of you. And for the most part, Tristan is one of my deputies. He's the youngest guy in our league. He's about to turn 15 this year. And then one of the other guys, he brought his son into the league, and his son's almost never on. So they're both pretty good kids. So I don't have to worry about them bringing unnecessary drama. And then let's see, what is it? We have Rapid Fire, who is my senior deputy, and he's our grumpy old man. He's like 50, 57 or 58. He's our grumpy old man. But he's a teddy bear, but he's a very brusque new Bostonian teddy bear, so you can set him off. So you can kind of set him off, but by and large, he's a sweetheart and he's a really good guy, and we've known each other since we were playing together on the PlayStation 3. So he's a good person. So I mean, and he's one of the guys that will run anything for anyone. So as long as you don't waste his time or piss him off. But yeah, I think that by giving you kind of this tour, so you can kind of see how we're organized, it'll help you kind of wrap your head around where we're going to go with Boundless and how we want to do things with Boundless and how we want to sync together our efforts. Because I think that would be a great way to get more things going from both leagues. I mean, in my case, I'm excited because I finally get to spend enough time playing with you guys. I spend a lot of time over here, and then I jump on Strike or I jump on Janae, and I usually jump on at a time when there's no one on. Or Isold is on. Isold is on sometimes, Contract Killer, some of the other guys are on, but they don't really talk much. And they're usually running their own stuff, and I don't bug them for anything. so it'll be nice to actually help build up Boundless again because I want to see our membership grow and I want to see some of the one-time players come back and start playing regular. And I think this will be a way to make that happen. Especially you. You need to be jumping on board. Not just that stuff. Oh, here's a question for you. Um, we had a VC side also, Faithless. Do you know who was in charge of that? You might cut out again, by the way. My bad, I timed out. Just a moment. I'm logging my back in. That was dumb. Oh, that's right. Episode 20 is available for everybody today too. Sorry about that. No, I timed out. I timed out because I forgot I had my Facebook page up. I didn't have the game page up, so it wasn't actually getting the input. So I timed out. Now I'm back. No, there we go. So yeah, like I said, it's an interesting situation with our league. Our league is very much a single management thing. I mean, I kind of do all of the research. I do the same thing for this league that I do for you guys in terms of getting you guys all the information. And that's by the way, if I wasn't if I was if I wasn't responsible for doing that or taking the responsibility for that, giving you guys all the information in real time, I wouldn't be on the committee. No, no, I mean, I really wouldn't stick with trying to be on that damn committee because those people are batshit crazy sometimes. But no, I know, but like guys like Trex and Buckland and people that are on SOAR, they're good people, but sometimes I don't think that they understand. Well, they don't understand what game development is, so they're asking for stuff, or they get mad about things that they shouldn't get mad about. So it's kind of crazy. Well, I mean, that's the reason why I stick stick with trying to stay on that committee is because it's always important that you guys know. And sometimes they'll do things and they don't make sense, or they don't tell you that stuff is coming, so you don't know what the long term of things is going to be. Right. Or, like the other thing I'm doing now, it's funny because now that I have the ability to do these streams and to make Facebook videos and stuff off my PlayStation, I've been going back and doing certain feats and showing people how to get certain feats in the game. Just the really easy ones that they don't always think about. So, you know, so I'll be willing to do tutorial stuff with people now. So I actually will have more people to actually run with. So that'll be fun. And like I said, we'll be able to do things in real time, so people will be able to actually. Like I said, I just think it's great because I'll finally actually be able to see all of my people all at once. You know, I don't have to log into one, play for a little bit, log out, log into another one, play for a little bit. I can kind of get them all mixed together. Also, because I've fallen so far behind on Strike, this is going to be an excellent way for me to get caught up. Oh, it's a great excuse. Oh, and just so you can get an idea of what the best of both worlds looks like for me, by the way, I can't show you what's going on my PC side, but this is what my world looks like on my PlayStation side. These are all my characters. And this is the other character I made day one. I made two characters on the PlayStation side day one. One was Physique, and the other one is Rainbow. And so Strikefire and Rainbow are kind of like offsets of each other in terms of what they do. They're both fire. They both DPS really well now. I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, it is. It really. Well, like I said, it was funny because when I was running through the game and running the league, guys would come to me and say, I can't seem to get this power to work for me or that power to work for me. And so I would make a character, level it up, and then try and figure out the mechanic for them so they could best optimize. So I have literally, for the longest time, I had one of every character in the game. So one of every power set. And that way I could kind of explain, fire, I could explain ice, I could explain nature, I could explain sorcery, I could explain gadgets, just all these different hard light, and mental, of course. So it was crazy. So I literally had a character for every power in the game all the way through quantum. Yep. And so, of course, I kind of fell behind a little bit because I started focusing on my own characters for a change. But that's kind of where we are with that. But that's why I have so many characters. I have almost as many on the PC side because I have Strike, Janae, Jang, um, Butterfly. I have my electric character, and that's on USPC. And then on EUPC, I have Miss Apathy, Scion, um, Experiment, Madame Shango, and Strike Boy. So I have five characters on EUPC. So I'll be playing with the European guys occasionally too. So that's why I was actually um, running stuff with the Exabytes, which is a European league, and with Odyssey, the original Odyssey league. So those guys, I actually run with those guys over there on that side. So it's going to be interesting when the merge happens, when cross server happens on that side, because you know there aren't that many players over there, so they're going to want me to play a little bit more with them on that side as well. So my time's going to be kind of split up. That's why I'm hoping I win this Powerball, and that way my problems will be solved. I win Powerball. All of my officers just don't have to worry about paying, at least for a year. Yeah. I'll just do a whole year subscription for y'all. Y'all are good. There you go. You're good. Just make sure you log in and take care of business because I'm gonna be tired. But yeah, so yeah, the 25th is the. It's gonna be the week of the 25th. They may not throw it that Monday, but it's gonna be sometime in that week. So that's kind of what they said. They put up an FAQ. I don't know. I think I linked the FAQ to you guys. Hold on just a second. Let me go to the Boundless page real quick. Boundless page. What did I put up? Okay, put that on. Yeah, that's recent activities. The first thing. Crossplay name consolidation and FAQ. That's on our Facebook page. So yeah, that FAQ will take you to the to the forum, and they actually put up an FAQ. So it tells you if you haven't logged in for a while, and there's a name collision on the PC side, PC and PS side, how they determine who gets the name and what will happen if you don't get the name, um, and how they break it, and then same with the leagues. So if there's leagues that have the same name, how they determine what league gets the name. There isn't, by the way, there was not a Boundless league name on the U.S. PlayStation side. So there won't be and until after, because there were other people that made a Boundless league after we made ours because they were trying to do something joint, and so we're going to get it, and their league name is going to change if that league still exists. Um, yeah, they said that it's going to be around the week of the 25th. We expect Crossplay to launch character name the week of January 25th. And the league name consolidation may take place sooner, so they're going to share the dates later. Um, so that means in 2 weeks. Better have your legendary by then. Well, if you don't hit me up, let me know. I got cards. Actually, I don't anymore because I had to use them all. Because the old cards got voided out in November, so I had to actually add all that stuff to my So I had to add all those cards to my account. So I was adding 1,500 points to my account every card. I think I had like 8 cards left. So I had a little stack of money sitting there. And then uh, after that, what else am I doing? Yeah, after that I am gonna buy some of the Daybreak cards. So that's my next thing. I have a couple already, but if you need to get your sub on and you don't have it by the time that happens, let me know, and I could just float you a number, and that'll get you up and running. Well, that was part of the plan as it was. I mean, I can't. It's funny. I can do that for this league. I can do that for Boundless, and I can't do it for the league I run because they run everything off of PlayStation Network, and I refuse to buy PlayStation Network cards over and over and over again. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you. I just wanted to kind of give you a quick um, heads up on what was going on with us, and I wanted you to kind of see um, how things worked and how it looks on this side. It doesn't look any different. I mean, the game is basically going to play exactly the same, so you don't have to worry about that part of it. How yeah, that's going to be something that's going to be different. So what you'll notice with PlayStation players is that they rush through stuff maybe a little faster than we do. So they're always in a hurry. They always want to jump on and just immediately go after stuff. But at the same time, they don't always communicate. And that's going to be the frustrating. That's a habit that I'm starting to see more that I hope gets broken. Meaning that, like, when I queue into something, I actually will queue in voice chat, and there won't be guys that are in there. They won't even be in there. And yeah, they won't even be in there. You know. Now, fortunately, with some of the with a lot of the content, it's go in, do your thing, get out. As long as you know how to do your role, whatever that is, we're fine. But then there's other ones that are mechanic based, or you're trying to get beats. And if guys just go in and start plowing on stuff, you won't be able to get beats. So that's the other reason why. Yeah, that's the other thing that we do on this side. With this league, we grind beats. So if there's feats you want to get and you're trying to put together a group, you can literally ask our guys, and if they haven't already done the feat, they'll be willing to go for it. And even if they have done the feat, they'll help you get it. Because that's what we do. Oh, by the way, so just because it's funny, so with Strikefire, I'm at 141 skill points. I'm at 199 skill points on these tunes. Well, like I said, I mean, we pound through this stuff, and I just haven't had a chance to go back on Strike and get some of the stuff. And like I said, there was a period where I wasn't on Strike hardly at all, so I haven't been able to go back and run any of the content to get stuff done. So, like I said, it's going to be funny um, to help people get their skill points up. I know that like whenever we get new guys in the league, like we'll get guys that come in and they'll be at tier, but they're maybe at 100 skill points or 80 skill points, and we're like, you need more skill points, and they're like, how do I do that? Well, I'll look at players.dcuniverseonline.com because that's the official company page that you can look people up on. We can look and see what feats you've got and which feats you don't have yet, and we could kind of roadmap it and figure out what we can help you run and what things you need to do on your own. And so that's a good management tool for us because then we get guys up to speed really fast. Because if it's a bunch of like Epic Odyssey and that kind of stuff, it's funny. So we can take three people. We can take the guys that need the feed, take two guys, go in and do Epic Odyssey. Basically, we can duo Epic Odyssey now. It is. It's nutty. You know. So yeah. By the way, Feet Hunters is another open channel. Feet Hunters is League, but they also have an open channel, which is why I'm in it. And that's what they do. That's basically what that channel is there for. If they're trying to get beats, they go to that channel and they put in requests, and they'll find people to run specific stuff. Right. Well, like I said, it's funny. So like um, when I do, when I set up my tabs, and this is the other thing I need to do a video for. When I set up my tabs, I'll usually go in like my default tab, my league tab, which is yeah, my league tab is sorry. I'll usually change the colors on stuff, or I'll turn certain things on and certain things off. Like I have shout turned off on my main channel on my default tab because it'll just drive me crazy because people will be yelling over me. So I'll have tell turned on and I'll have group turned on and I have league turned on. Sometimes I'll turn all this other default stuff off and then I'll make other tabs to cover the to cover the distance. To cover the differences. And then with these are just custom channels, and I can add or not add them. So, like I said, when we create our custom channel, we'll create a channel and then make sure everybody has it, and you can then invite people to that channel, and once they get it, it stays on all their characters, so it goes across every character they have. So, so that's kind of the plan that I have for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill this stream now because I've been here for 40 minutes doing nothing. But I just wanted to kind of show it to you so you guys know what that looks like. And the video should be up. So what I'll do is I'll put it up. Um, I'll put it up, and basically they'll hear me talking. They won't hear you on the video, which is great. I think that's awesome. So I'll just be babbling to myself, which I think is funny. But I'll put up a narrative, so that'll go to our Boundless page, and hopefully people will actually watch it and ask questions, and we'll kind of go from there. And then you and I can sit down closer to date and figure out what we want the joint channel to be called and all that stuff. So we can get that into the message of the day for both sides, so when people log in, they know what to do if we're not